Hey YouTube, it is Code Salad. I'm going to be creating a AI generated website with GitHub Copilot. I hate long videos, so let's go. We're going to start by creating this AI.html file here. It's a blank file. I got it loaded up in Chrome. So let's get started. I'm going to create a HTML tag, a head, UTF, viewport. I'm going to have it give a title. We have it pulling in Font Awesome. We have it pulling in Bootstrap, and it's going to close the head. It's going to start the body. And before I have it go into the body, I'm going to change the title of this to Rick Astley's Biography. Okay, this is the Rickroll guy if you didn't know. So I'm going to open up the body and it's going to immediately try to suggest, let's see, a nav bar. Very cool. So we have a nav bar now. Let's go ahead and dive in and just see what that looks like. It looks like it created a home contact login register thing. Cool, that is what it is. I'm just gonna move on after fixing some of the tabbing here. It's kind of convoluted and unimportant, but I get OCD about it. So we have a nav. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a comment here to give it a nudge of what to do next. Um, Heading text. Let's see what it can generate. Rick Astley's biography. Let's check the website. Boom, Rick Astley's biography. It's going to close that tag out. And now main content. So let's see if it generates some kind of content. It created some dummy content, but honestly speaking, I don't really like dummy content like that. I don't see the reason why it can't just hit some data about Rick Astley for me. So let's go ahead and give this a comment and say short biography. Notice how I'm not saying about who. I've already said who it is above. So let's hopefully, there you go. It gives you a paragraph that's actually about Rick Astley. I don't know if this is real. He's an English singer-songwriter. I really doubt that any of that's real, but it is what it is. Let's keep moving. And close out this div here. And what do we want to do next? We want the YouTube video, right? There's the famous YouTube video of the Rick roll. Let's see if it can figure that out. It pulled some YouTube video. This video is unavailable, but I bet you if I click on it, okay, I don't actually know what this is, but one might think it would be the Rick roll, right? Because of GitHub Copilot's success thus far. But let's go ahead and add the lyrics below it. Let's see if GitHub Copilot can do something about the lyrics. It is thinking, and it couldn't create anything. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a nudge here by creating a div. Let's see if it can think of anything with this. I'm going to say it probably won't, but yep, it won't. So I'm going to create a paragraph. Never gonna give you up. The first sentence in that. And there you go. GitHub Copilot is already spinning. It's pulling the lyrics line by line. Again, I don't know if this is perfect, but for those of you who know the song, that's pretty damn similar, if not exactly what the lyrics are to the song. So we have the lyrics there on the website. Notice how most likely, yep, mobile is looking pretty good. And wow, it created a hamburger icon to collapse this menu down, right? So that's pretty cool. Now I'm going to take this one step further and I'm going to create a script down here. I'm going to test how really far we can push this, right? Um, so DOM content loaded. This is, for those of you who don't know, something you have to do to ensure that the page is loaded before you go and do a bunch of crap. Looks like this is doing a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm going to empty out this function before anything happens. And I'm also going to, underneath the heading, I'm going to put open sign up, uh, open newsletter sign up modal. And it's going to, oh, I guess I'm going to say button at the end, right? I want this to be a button that will open up a modal. Let's see if GitHub Copilot can whip me up a quick button. It's thinking. It's thinking hard, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a nudge by moving this to maybe below the description, um, and just changing it to open modal button. Read more. Okay, and then at the bottom of the page, I'm going to say, you know what, let's add a footer before I do anything else. Let's see if it can auto-gen us a footer. Okay, so we have the read more button and a nice little footer here. And below the footer, at the root of the page, basically, I'm going to create a modal hidden by default. And it's going to go ahead and see if it can make me a modal. Boom, boom, boom. So we have our modal. Let's see if anything shows on the page. It doesn't. So luckily enough, the modal did not show up on the page as expected. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is put in the JavaScript here, open modal when read more button is clicked. And the read more button up here, I'm going to go ahead and give a ID of read more that I'm hoping that GitHub Copilot can pick up on. So there you go. Grab the button, and when it's doing that, it's going to set the display to black. And just in case this is an opacity thing too, set opacity to 1. Boom. So I'm gonna go ahead and refresh and click the read more, and boom! Wow. Okay, so we have a modal straight off the bat. That's beautiful. Let's see if we can take this one step further. Close modal when close button is clicked. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but let's go ahead and find out, shall we? It does not work. It totally does not work. But let's try that again because I didn't give the close button any sort of TLC. So I'm going to give this an ID of close button modal. And let's see if GitHub Copilot picks up on that. It looks like it did, and it's going to go ahead and create the opposite of that function right there. So right there you have GitHub Copilot creating an entirely responsive page with JavaScript that loads, and for the most part, it's responsive. I am probably just going to end the video here. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, I plan on making more GitHub Copilot videos. I love playing with this thing. If you have ideas, please put in the comment, and I'm happy to go ahead and deep dive another one of these websites and create whatever you want. It doesn't even have to be a website. So it could be an app or whatever you want it to do. So again, please put your suggestions in the comments, and thank you for watching. Have a good night.